Dude. Don't call me that, man. You know, I've been a year out of college. I got a grown-up job. I got, you know, I got an apartment. You know, I mean, I'm working on Capitol Hill, man. That's not, you know, I am a senior legislative correspondent, and I would appreciate if you would just give me a little bit of the respect that you accrue with that title. All right? I'm a grown-up, Joe, all right? I expect to be treated like one. I'll have a sugar-free Red Bull vodka. Guys, I thought I was over her. I really, no, I swear it, I thought it was over her, Howard. You know, I was, there it was, you know, I was over at the Hawk and Dove, you know, because I thought they were filming Real World there. You know, they weren't, but there was this really beautiful girl, you know, and she wasn't even being hit on by Marines or anything. She was all by herself. And so I went up to her to talk to her, you know. I wanted to prove that I'm over that what's her name, you know. I wanted to go, and I'm just going to lay my mojo on her. Thank you, Joe. and, you know, I get up close, and I follow her, like, to, I don't know, 15 minutes, and I finally say, you know, I'm finally like, hi, and she like turns around, and she had this big hair, okay, so it kind of hit me in the face, and it smelled like Mandy's hair, Howard. It did. It smelled just like Mandy's hair. And it was at that moment, Joe, I realized I was just never getting over her, you know, never. Oh, Mandy, you came and you gave without taking. But I sent you away. I'm sorry, Howard. No, yeah, Barry Manilow. Well, shoot, you know, I mean, if she had a cool name like Delilah, I'd have something else to say. Like, but she didn't. So her name was Mandy, and that's, yeah, she hated that song too. You know, well, all right, she liked it the first time I sang it to her, because she looked at me dead in the eye, and I was kind of proud of this, Joe. You know, she looked at me dead in the eye, and she said, "You were the first person to ever think of singing that song to me." It made me feel good, you know? Like, and you know, it just, and I remember the first time, you know, that I ever met her, you know, Howard, it was, you know, I'm sitting in the office, and she came in, and she was dressed completely in pink. Okay, so, you know, so I thought she was a war protester. You know, but that's just her thing. And, you know, and I just looked at her eyes. She was walking around with a letter to be signed about increased funding for breast cancer. And I made her say it twice because I didn't want to hear her say that word again. And just, you know, something about her eyes and over the gentle whir of the shredding machine, and, you know, the flipping of the letter folder, and, you know, and there was music out there, Joe. There was really music in the air when I looked in her eyes, you know, because like the Lyndon LaRouche people were singing in the hallway. And I just knew, you know, just her. Yeah, no, I don't sing this song to her anymore, Howard. She likes the 80s anyway. Not into the 70s. So I tried, you know, you know, I stood outside her window, blasting In Your Eyes by Peter Gabriel on my iPod. Yeah, well, it was a thought, dude, you know, but she didn't respond. She didn't even come out. And I just know, you know, I might as well just cut it out, man. I'm just gonna die here, like, you know, like you, man. Or, no, you know, it's just, I'm done. I'm never even gonna go hang out anywhere else except for this place. Fucking kill yourself. Jesus Christ. Christ, kiddo. You had 2 dates with the girl. All right, both of them here. And from where I sat, that second date, it looked a lot more like an ambush to me. All right. So I don't want to hear you crying and whining about some girl and all this sort of stuff, you know, because you ain't got the right. Yeah, that's right. Yeah, you ain't got the right, because what you had was 2 dates. All right. I had a marriage, you know. All right. When you get married, you know, you're putting your heart out there. You're really, you know, you're extending yourself. You're feeling vulnerable. You know, just every part of you. Joe, I gave that woman the best 22 weeks of my life. You know. So don't come talking to me about nothing. All right. Just get off your ass and do something. Yeah, I said it. Do something. There ain't enough men of action in this town, kid. You know what I mean? Ain't enough. It took, what, like 8 years to figure out whether stem cells had feelings or what? I don't even know what we decided on that one. I just know, you know, what? It's taken you how long to figure out that we'll never fix healthcare? Huh? How many meetings? All right? You know what? The problem is we don't have any guys like Danny Rostenkowski in this town anymore. All right? No. Rostenkowski wouldn't have had no problem with that stem cell question, all right? It would have taken like 5 minutes. It would have said, they're dead? No? They're alive? Fine. Register them. That's right. It would have had them stem cells registered to vote, working the rest of the body. You know what I'm saying? But no, we lost all those guys. It takes us forever to do anything. It took 8 friggin' months for the state of Minnesota to send us Senator Stuart Smalley. Right? 8 months. What, kid? No, things don't move faster. What are you talking about? Because you got that piece of crap there, huh? That doesn't mean nothing. What? That's not news that you're getting. All right? That's just one person passing along something from another one. All right? We lost Cronkite, kid. We lost a giant. All right? That guy didn't need no Blackberries, bullshit, whatever, to get the news out. All right? He thought about what he was going to say. He wrote it down, and then he gave it to us. And we trusted him, you know? I mean, imagine Cronkite today, you know? If he had to deal with all that new media crap and all that sort of stuff, you know? I mean, like, what if he had to do to Twitter, you know? He had to Twitter, you know? I mean, imagine Cronkite with Twitter. It would have been like, man on the moon. OMG. You know? Like, Nixon resigns. LMAO. You know? It just don't, you know, we lost a giant, kid. Who can you trust? You know? Give me anybody on TV who you can trust. You know, who's the most trusted man in television right now? What the fuck is Dr. Drew? What? No, kid, come on, man. Yeah, it's pathetic. And you know what? You're never going to get anywhere unless you just get the hell out of that seat and start doing something, all right? You think you're so goddamn important, you know? You're nothing, all right? You're just drinking at a bar with another nothing. Why are you going to put me down like that, man? Oh, I want another Red Bull vodka. Sugar-free, Joe. Sugar-free. You know, kind of a big deal, Howard. I appreciate it. If you wouldn't keep putting me down. You know what? You know who I was in the elevator with the other day? Peter Orszag. Okay? Oh, yeah, no, he's really famous, you know, for Washington. And, you know, it's like, I was just alone in the thing. Who knows what I could have changed? You know, I could have told him, you know, something about the budget, and he would have been like, oh yeah, and then like we would have like, you know, like he would have gone back to the budget place, and he would have been like, we got to fix this, and they would have been like, yeah. Well, I said hi, and he said hi, and that's, you know, but the point is, it's what I could have done, you know. So I don't need you putting me down all the time, Howard, okay? I just really, you know, forget you.